Hello, and good morning, and welcome to this live Q&A session with yours truly, the Foreclosure Deals Coach, Donny Coram. This is the show where we discuss how you can find, figure, fund, fix, and flip a foreclosure deal right here in the Colorado Springs market or anywhere that you want to do a deal. On this show, obviously, we're going to be taking live questions, so please hop in. If you have any questions, comments, wherever you happen to be watching this, we are broadcasting a couple of places on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Instagram. The cool thing about the technology now is it just kind of goes everywhere. So wherever you're watching, please comment and let me know you're here. And if you have any questions about investing in the foreclosure market, I would love to field those questions on this live Q&A session today. While we're waiting for questions, however, I'd like to go into deal flow and how it's going to impact your investing business. First off, let's discuss what is deal flow. Well, very many people get into the real estate market unaware of where they're going to locate the deal. Now, by the way, I'm battling all sorts of allergies this morning, so if I seem a little off a little bit, I start sneezing or whatever, that would be why. So bear with me. We're going to get through this together today, dealing with some allergy issues. I guess all the dust in the air from the wind or whatever. So my apologies on that. Anyway, getting back into deal flow. Deal flow is when basically the definition of deal flow is deals that are flowing inbound into your inbox. A lot of investors get into the real estate market not exactly knowing where they're going to locate a deal. Part of the 5F strategy that we discuss is find. That's the first F. You got to find a deal. So where do we find deals? Well, we have multiple sources that we work off of to find deals, but my favorite source far and away is definitely Privy. We use Privy to find on-market deals all of the time. However, that being said, there's not always a deal on the market, and there's not always a deal in the off market. So how do you create and maintain your deal flow? First of all, why is it important to have deal flow? Well, finding deals in and of itself it's a full-time job. One of the benefits, having done as many flips as my wife and I did in the 2020 market, where we did 40 fix and flip deals, 2021 we did 47, and in 2022 we dropped back to 45 deals, all before kind of realizing that we didn't want to do quite as many fix and flips as we were doing. The thing is, my deal flow at that point was so great because we had done so many deals. Deals were kind of just finding us during that time period. Relationships with wholesalers, scouring the on market. When you're buying a lot of deals tend to come your way. Seems pretty logical, right? So how do you create that deal flow? Well, really it takes acquiring a ton of deals. And to do that, you can pay for marketing. We have websites, 719 Sellers, our website for finding off-market deals. You build networks. Networking is humongous in the real estate investing industry. You have to find people who can bring you deals in your local market to work with. And then, of course, there's good old-fashioned door knocking, scouring the market, driving for dollars, things of that nature. Your goal is to create enough deals that you can consistently do deals without a significant gap in the time that you're working on deals. Most investors don't have deal flow when they're starting out, so they're happy just to get their first deal. But after doing their first deal, they sell the property, they've got the money from the property, and now they're looking for the next deal, where if you have a full-time job or a gig you got to do all day, you don't have the 40 hours a week required to consistently create deal flow. So you're going to find huge gaps in between the deals that you're doing. This is where creating deal flow becomes critical. And this is where my coaching program is really second to none in the industry, because the idea behind it is by working with the 50 clients I intend to get here in 2024, we are creating massive deal flow, not to feed one person with deals like we were doing back in the day, but rather up to 50 people with deals who I hope are going to be able to do 3 to 4 deals per year. This happens as a group. When I first got started in real estate investing, I was part of a real estate investing group, much like the group I've set up now. And because we had this larger scale group, we had a consistent flow of deals coming into the system. See, if you're starting and stopping with your deal flow, when you're working on a deal, you're not looking for a deal. When you're looking for a deal, you're not working on a deal. You're never going to be able to build the momentum you're really looking for to replace your day job's income. whether your desire is to quit your day job or not. A lot of my clients come to me with jobs they're perfectly content with. Okay, they're not necessarily looking to quit their jobs, but they want to supplement their income and have the option to transition into full-time real estate investing. For that to happen, you're going to have to create deal flow, and it's going to have to be super consistent, and it's going to have to provide deals to you with enough consistency that you know where your next deal is coming from, so there's no gaps. This serves other purposes as well. In addition to finding deals consistently, you're going to find that you're able to find deals at a lower cost per deal if you're finding deals on a consistent basis. Whereas if you're starting and stopping all the time, your cost per deal and time consumption to find deals definitely is going to go up. Whereas kind of like a train moving, right? Once the train is flowing consistently, it takes much less energy to keep a large device like a train going down the track, as opposed to if you're starting and stopping that train, you're going to exert a lot more energy in getting that train moving. So this is another benefit to getting in the coaching program that I tell my students. We are creating deal flow all the time. We're working on deal flow because I have students always in some kind of phase, whether they're working on a deal, they've listed their deal, or they're looking for a deal. By being part of my coaching group, you're always going to be we're going to be able to help you to find the deals on a consistent basis. Also, there's the idea of analyzing deals. Like any skill set out there, if you're only doing it periodically, right? If you're hopping in and out of that, sometimes you're looking at the market, sometimes you're not. You are not going to be able to fully gauge what the market is doing, which is going to make your analysis more difficult and sometimes inaccurate. See, trend analysis is critical. And part of what I'm doing for my students, because I do the analysis myself right now, is I look at the market, not only what the property could sell for today, but what the total the market trend is at the moment, because you're not necessarily selling the property. You're never selling the property at the same time that you're buying it, right? So you got to buy the property, you're fixing it up. That time frame could be anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks, and you're going to be in a different market entirely than you were when you purchased the property. So by consistently analyzing deals through the deal flow that we create in the Foreclosure Deals Coach system, we've got some predictive analytics as to which way the market is trending, whether up, down, or flat, so we can predict where we need to price that property when we're done. That's going to massively impact the fixed schedule on the deal. See, if the market is trending down, as it definitely was in fourth quarter of last year, we had to look at the pricing model that we were buying in and plan on selling the property at or below market value to make sure that it was going to sell quickly. Now, this doesn't mean there aren't deals. It simply means that you got to price the deals and do lesser rehabs to make sure you're pricing at or below market. What's the trend right now? Well, if you look at where the market is, interest rates have come down after a pretty rough year for interest rates. A lot of real estate agents are struggling to do business. We sold 30% less houses in the Colorado Springs market in 2023 than we did in 2022. So that was a major negative trend. We didn't see a massive price reduction, mind you, in the long term. We saw it in the short term. There was definitely a bump down, but now that rates are now trending back downwards, getting into the early sixes again, it feels like, based on what we're seeing sell, that the trend is starting to head back upwards, and we're adjusting our rehab budgets based on that. The next place that deal flow really helps you out is in funding, because the hard money or capital, whatever capital source that you're using to get your deal done, is going to get consistently less expensive the more deals that you do. Okay. When you are first getting into the flipping business, you have the issue where you're a rookie, the lenders who are lending the money obviously see that as a higher risk because you don't have as much experience. As soon as you cross 2 or 3 deals in a year, you're going to consistently get lower terms, lower down payments, better interest rates, etc. One of the perks, again, to the coaching program is right out of the gate, you're leveraging my experience, the fact that I've done hundreds of deals over the past couple of years. We leverage that experience with the lenders. Although you're the one buying the house, they're going to leverage the fact that you've got coaching on the deal to give you better terms right out of the gate. This simply won't work on the onesie, twosie investor out there trying to just get one deal done at a time and maybe doing 2 or 3 a year consistently. But it works wonderfully when you have a group of investors like we have in my coaching program who are leveraging the experience that we have as a group with me at the leadership of the group, and the fact that the lenders love to keep the money moving as consistently as possible. So far, every one of the F's, finding deals gets more efficient. When you are doing mass deal quantities, analyzing deals gets easier because you're spotting trends, because you're looking at deals in real time, and now funding the deal is going to be cheaper, more cost effective, less expensive, and easier to find funding the more deals that you're doing. Did you see where I'm going with this? Finally, and this is kind of obvious, is the fixing stage. Not really finally. In the fixing stage, you have to find contractors to do the deal. Well, contractors have families to feed. They have to work consistently to make sure they can feed their families. So if you're only doing one deal at a time and there are massive gaps, those contractors are going to have to go find additional work. The really top end flippers here in town, the guys doing 50, 60 flips per year, they keep their contractors consistently busy. And as a result of that, they get better rates on the labor. Right? The contractors know they have work consistently, so they're not looking for work on a weekly basis. That you're going to get better pricing from your contractors. It's going to be more predictable as to what the work that needs to get done is going to look like. For all of these reasons, deal flow right at the front allows you to fix deals faster, more cost effectively, a lower cost, better prices on parts because you're buying in volume. Everything about consistent deal flow is going to make the fixed stage of your real estate investing career much easier, much less expensive, and as a result, it's going to provide more profit. Okay, so all of the F's benefit from deal flow. The final one is the flip stage. If you are only selling one property, you're listing with an agent typically who's going to charge the standard 6% commission on the deal because you can't offer enough deal flow to warrant a discount on their services. And this is just logical, right? If an agent knows that they're only going to do one deal with you or even two deals with you per year, then it's highly unlikely they're going to give you a great deal on that. Now, maybe you're a licensed agent yourself, so you don't have to worry about that. Maybe you have a family or you have a family member who's got a licensed agent, so you can leverage that. In those situations, that's fine. But most people have to find a way to create deal flow just to keep their transaction costs significantly lower. Okay, so one way to do that, again, is working as a group. The cool thing about becoming part of the Foreclosure Deals Coach system is I negotiated an incredible commission rate on the listing side with our team agent, allowing you to list properties significantly below what market value is on that. Now, the only reason the agent I've got is a devout pro, he's amazing at his job, but the only reason he's offering this significant discount is because of the deal flow that is offered by the total group. Okay, so instead of paying 3% commission, we've got this down to a flat fee. We'll go over details what that flat fee is, but I will tell you it's a significant savings over what you would pay just basically trying to list a property on your own. And the only way we can do that is by offering significant volume to this agent to list at a discount. So the net effect is he's making as much as he would make doing a bunch of deals as you would make finding one deal. It's a little bit more work, but because of the systems that we're dialing in, also because of the deal flow that we've created, it makes it substantially easier to negotiate a discount on that. The net result to you as the user on this product, as the coaching, is that you're going to pay less for your transaction costs. You're going to pocket more money as part of the deal. You're going to make more money, and you're going to want to do even more deals. So the more deals that we do, the more money you're going to make, and then the more efficient the system becomes. Did you see how all this works? Every step along the way, whether it's finding deals, figuring deals, funding those deals, fixing the deals, or flipping the deals, comes at a lower cost when you have consistent deal flow. So the obvious question is, how do you create that deal flow? Well, there's a couple ways you can do it yourself. You can just consistently scour the market. You can always look for deals, even if you're not in the market to buy deals. The problem with that is if you're not buying, the wholesalers realize that, if they call you a lot and you say, hey, I'm not buying right now, check back with me next week, I might be buying in a month or so, that you're going to go lower on their call list, right? Whereas the wholesalers that I work with, they know that I'm buying for one of my coaching students all of the time. And as a result of that, they call me consistently with deal flow. So again, very difficult to create deal flow on your own. When you get to the point where you're doing 30, 40, 50 deals at a year, you're definitely going to have figured that system out. But while you're just getting started, my vote, obviously, is that you join up with a coaching system that can combine the resources of a bunch of people. We have 28 people in the coaching program right now who are all looking to buy deals. So when you join up with that, we always have a need to find deals for the next student coming back on the market because their property's on the market. And the moment you list your home, list the property, we're looking for the next deal. So when that property sells, you're lining those funds up to put it right into the next deal almost instantly. The goal is to close that deal in the morning and then buy your next deal in the afternoon. Okay. And we can make that happen because of the consistent deal flow that me and my team can offer to my students. Okay. So what's the bottom line here? Obviously, it's wise if you're really going to take real estate investing seriously. If your goal is to convert your current income or to increase your overall income by investing in real estate in 2024, we really should have a conversation about joining up in my coaching program and let me help you to find a deal. Most of my students find a deal within 30 days or less of joining up with the coaching program. The only requirements that you have are that you have the funding available. And today, the funding requirement's right around 50 grand that you have to have liquid. It doesn't have to be your money, mind you. Some of my clients, believe it or not, are actually putting their down payment on credit cards right now. We found a way to pull it off of credit cards. Or maybe you've got a family member who's willing to partner with you on the deal to provide the down payment funds. Maybe you've got it in an IRA or a 401k, and you can pull from that temporarily or borrow against that to get the funds that you need to do the deal. However you get there, you're going to need to have $50,000 available, and you're going to need to be coachable. And that's one of the things that I'm really focusing on in 2024 is that the people who join the program have the mindset that they're committed to doing a couple of deals, not even just one, but a couple of deals in our system. And if you have that mindset where you realize you can really make a lot of money doing this real estate investing thing, then I would love to chat with you about joining the coaching program and getting started in this. Slide up in my DMs, hit me up on Facebook, reach out to me by phone. However you want to find me, I'd love to talk with you. You can head out to foreclosuredealscoach.com, schedule a time to do a quick 30-minute call where we will discuss whether foreclosure investing is the right fit for you. And instantly, once you sign up, you're plugged into my deal flow system where I have a team of people whose entire job is to find deals for my clients. And we're doing a great job finding lots of deals out there. Admittedly, here in January, it's slower than it normally is. So that's to be expected. This is a seasonal business in general, but we're also seasonal in Colorado Springs. When it's cold out, there aren't as much stuff in the market. Even with that, we're looking at deals every single day, writing offers for my clients, getting them prepared to do their next deal all of the time. So you don't have to wait to get into the program, wait 90 days to find a deal, spend another 4 to 8 weeks getting that deal fixed. Your first deal, if you're doing this on your own, could take a year to get done. Whereas if you're really committed to doing this, I can help you to get into a deal within 30 days or less, get it fixed in 4 to 6 weeks, and all said and done, flip that deal in 90 to 120 days. Ask yourself, what would your life be like if you could consistently do 3 to 4 deals per year at an average profit of $25,000? What would you do with that extra cash? Would you pay off some debt? Would you buy another property to be a rental property? Would you pay down your existing mortgage? Would you travel more? Right? All these options open up when you have a not passive income source, because investing in real estate is definitely not passive, but something where most of the work is handled by outside parties like contractors, and you're managing the people to get the work done as opposed to doing the work yourself. It turns into a consistent income very quickly. It can absolutely change your life. It really just requires, in my opinion, getting the right coaching. That was the secret sauce for me, was finding the right coach to get me started in the real estate investing career. My life has not been the same since that point. And I would really love to get involved with more people who really want to get started in that and start trading in the real estate market actively. With that, guys, we're going to open it up very briefly for any questions. If anybody's out there watching, say hello, let me know. We have a couple people like that. Thanks, Dan, for saying hi. I appreciate it. If you have some questions about real estate investing, go ahead and post them in the comments there. Let me know. We've got a lot of great stuff happening as the market starts to heat back up. Rates are starting to fall. So we're confident heading into the springtime that we're going to do some great deals. It's going to be a great opportunity for people to get involved in real estate investing. And I would love to be your coach to help you to do it. All right. Well, if there are no questions with that, I'm going to wrap up the show today. Hey, guys, thank you so much for tuning in each and every single week to the Foreclosure Deals Coach live Q&A session with yours truly, Donny Coram. I appreciate you being a part of the show. And listen, it's going to happen whether you join in or not. So you might as well join in and make a couple bucks along the way. I'd be honored to help you along the way in your investing journey. With that, this is Donny Coram, your Foreclosure Deals Coach. Thanking you again for tuning in and reminding you now and always, don't buy a house, buy a deal.